Hello everyone, this is Tim Brown. Welcome back to my Apple Podcast. Right now I'm on pins and needles waiting for the Apple announcement next week. But until then we have to do something, right? We still have all of this Apple stuff that we have to use. So let's go ahead and use it. I'm going to actually do something fun with Keynote for this episode. I use Keynote on my iPad and iPhone quite often, especially at work. But oftentimes neglect the desktop version, which is still the best version. Why? Because you have export options. Anything you can create in Keynote can be exported to another format, whether it's a PDF or images or a movie. Now, in the past, you could export to movie even with Microsoft PowerPoint, but you would lose a lot of the animations. You would always get a message telling you that this animation was lost or that animation was lost. Well, those days are over. Now when you create a presentation, especially in Keynote, all of your animations are preserved. That includes all the internal animations that are part of each individual slide. And that really comes in handy when you want to create a video that's very attractive with real nice visual effects. It even looks better than some video editing applications. So why not use this feature? If you're unfamiliar with how it works, let me just set up a few slides to show you how it's done. I'm going to go ahead and choose a template here. And I'm going to go ahead and set up a dimension for it because I want it to be a good movie size. Click choose, and let's go ahead and open this baby up. And I'm going to go ahead and reduce it to 75%. So you can see what I'm doing here. And I'm going to actually go ahead and change the master to photos, because what I want to do is just set up a series of photos and guess, just 4 frames, I guess. But I want them to all say my Apple Podcast, and maybe I'll just put down here by Tim Brown. I'm going to go ahead and now duplicate the slides that I have set up here. So I have 4 of them. And maybe for variety's sake, I'll go in and maybe change the image options. Maybe here I'll have 1 image, maybe keep the 3rd one the same. Maybe for the 4th one, maybe choose one with 3 images. Okay, that'll work. All right, I have a folder set up with some images already. So I'm going to grab those images. I'm just going to drop them right into the placeholders here where the folders are set up. Well, let me go ahead and get rid of this isolator thing I have here, so I can see both my Finder window and my presentation. And I'm just going to go ahead and just drag each photo into the slides that I have set up. And I'm not going to pay any attention to what goes where. I'm just going to just randomly go ahead and just drag these images in. If I happen to duplicate them, then so be it. Again, I'm not so much interested in the visual presentation. I just want to show you how this is done. So just give me a few moments as I drag these photos into the placeholders. I only have one more here, so just give me a few more seconds. There's one. There's one. Okay. I think I may have used one image twice, but that's okay. All right, I'm going to go through here now. I'm going to double click on each image. If you never used the masking tool before, you double click on your image and then you can resize it so it fits better within the masking frame. So in this case, I'm trying to get rid of the borders around my photos. I don't want them to appear in my presentation. I want it to appear more neatly arranged, and I want to eliminate that border. So I'm double clicking on the photo, enlarging them, and then dragging them around so they fit better within the mask. So those of you who are new to Keynote or just starting to use it for the first time, that's a helpful tool to remember. Okay, I have one more. Again, I'm just double clicking on the photos, dragging them past the boundaries of the mask so that the photos just look better inside the mask frame. So I have 2 more. I'll go ahead and enlarge this one. And the last one here is my mother when she was much younger. Okay, I'm done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and animate each individual photograph within each slide. So I'm going to pull up the inspector menu. And I'm going to choose the build-ins. And I'm just going to randomly go ahead and choose the builds that I think are going to look cool in this presentation. You notice I'm keeping the drawer open too, because for each animation I want it to come in automatically. I do not want them to come in on click, because I'm creating a movie. I want the movie to play automatically. I don't want anything to stop for any reason. And for the most part, I want each animation to come in as a build after the previous build. Now you have the option to, when you have the drawer open at the left, to have it come in with build 1 rather than after build 1, or to come in with build 2 after build 2. In this case, I just want them to come in order, just for consistency. So again, I'm going through here and making sure everything is set up automatically, and I'm just adding a different animation for each photo, again, for variety. So what I'm doing here right now basically is setting up the animations within each slide. And to do that, you have to select the yellow folder icon up top where the inspector bar is. That's how you control the individual animations. So I'm almost done here. Just give me a few more moments. Again, I just have 4 slides up here, so it's not going to take too long. Okay, they all seem to be coming in okay. I have my duration at 2 seconds per animation, so that's pretty consistent. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to go through and I'm going to pick the slide icon up top, and now I'm going to go through and animate each slide. And I'm just going to add a different effect for each one. And just like the individual elements that I animated, I want them all to come in automatically, not on click. Because when I save them, I want them to play automatically. Again, I'm doing all of this with the understanding that when I'm done, I'm exporting it into a video file. And again, for consistency, I'm making sure that each animation is at 2 seconds. So you can imagine exactly how elaborate this can be if you had more than 4 slides, if you had 20 slides. Now, Keynote does have the option for you to narrate over your presentation while it's playing. But I'm not going to get into that for this particular demonstration. And besides, if it was me, I would much rather just export it as a movie and then narrate over the movie. Okay, this is what it looks like when you play back the presentation. So as you can see, everything is coming in automatically, just like I set it up. So you notice I used a different animation for each slide. Some are rotating, some are coming in with a shimmer, some are coming in with a lens flare. And again, I'm just doing this just to dazzle you, to show off the effects, but kind of gives you an idea what you can do there. All right. Not bad. Now I'm going to go ahead now and export this as a QuickTime video. I'm going to go in and go from manual advanced to fixed timing. And I want each slide to be 3 seconds. And I want full quality large video. Click next. And I'm going to go ahead and just save it to the computer. And I'm going to fast forward this and show you the final result as a QuickTime video. I'm going to go ahead and drag the QuickTime video to the QuickTime application on my computer. And there it is. That's the QuickTime movie. That's not Keynote playing back my presentation. This is QuickTime. And it's playing back everything the way it was set up when I played back the presentation in Keynote. All the animations have been preserved. Timing is perfect, just like I set it up. So as you see, Keynote can come in quite handy if you ever want to use it for a video and you want to give a dazzling slideshow presentation. And you can narrate over top of your presentation as well in video format. And I would recommend importing the video into another application for ease of use. So if you want to play around with the recording feature inside Keynote, you can do that as well. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully I'll see you next week in the Apple Store buying your iPad 3. I'll see you later. Thanks for tuning in.